There are a lot of things my kids do that leave me confused, just shaking my head thinking, what? And okay, I realize I have two teenage boys, and I know developmentally they do not have all their synapses connected, so I give a lot of grace. But still, it's mind boggling, especially when it comes to looking for things. Hey there. Are you a Christian woman who's ready to strengthen your faith and stop the madness in your mind? The worry, doubt, anxiety. Do you want something more for your life but are not sure where to even begin? You've come to the right place. Hi, I'm Kristin Campbell. I'm excited that you're here as we journey together to discover mindset renewal and empowered faith for the Christian woman. Now, I know I'm not alone in this. I've talked to other parents, and I know this is a common frustration because they will look in this sense of scanning the area and then decide, it's gone. Like, what? No. Or I ask them to get me something, and I can tell them exactly where it's located, and their response is, I can't find it, as they walk away. No. No. Are you looking? Like, are you moving items around? Are you lifting things up? How are you quitting so quickly? It's there. It didn't grow legs and move. It's there. Go back. Keep looking until you find it. It's frustrating because they give up so easy when what they need is there all along. And that is what we are talking about today. How easily we give up when what we need is right there all along. Let's dig into this lost art form of perseverance. You can call it persistence, endurance, but I'm going to call it a lost art form because I'm noticing that it's not just my kids. It seems to be like my kids' generation, like or kids that are older than them but younger than me. They have little to no concept of persevering. Like they kind of get it when they really want something. They can be persistent to an extent then. But I'm telling you, even then, I can usually wait them out or distract them. And it's not good. We live in a world that is becoming so instant. And while that's being praised for convenience, some of it is, but at what cost? Because the mindsets that are being reinforced and developed is that of immediate gratification and entitlement. Click this link, circle this picture, go viral, instant answers, instant money, instant. It's the way of the world, yet it's not God's way. And as Christians, we need to be aware of this and be sure that we are not adapting this mindset into our lives, especially when it comes to prayer. So often, I can feel that same frustration that I feel with my kids. I can feel that with clients when we're talking about their needs and I'm asking, but did you pray about it? What did the Lord say? And their response is, well, I didn't hear anything. So kind of like, what else do you got? Well, no, it's not what else I got. It's what you don't got. Perseverance. God is not a magic genie where we rub the lamp and poof, he's granting us our wishes. 1, 2, 3. He's not like the machine where you put in a quarter. Let's say you do something good and out comes your prize. Your prayer is going to be answered. Like that is not how this works. God's not into games. He's not into manipulations or even keeping score. And we have to be so careful how we approach our time in prayer with Him. It's insulting to treat Him like an ATM. God will always answer our prayers, yet it may not be how we expect or when we want. So let's take a closer look at the all too common, I prayed, but He didn't answer so I gave up. We've all done it. We take something to God in prayer and crickets. It can be very discouraging. And if we are of the instant gratification or entitlement mindset, we will give up and we're going to seek our answers elsewhere. And you know that the enemy will have some counterfeit waiting for you to accept. Please resist that route. It will not end in your best interest. Learn to wait, learn to persevere in prayer. God does hear, God will always answer. I want to give you a few scriptures just to reference, and there are so many more that you can look up on your own. 1 John 5:14-15 says, "And this is the confidence that we have toward him, that if we ask anything according to his will, he hears us. And if we know that he hears us in whatever we ask, we know that we have the requests that we have asked of him." Matthew 21:22, "And whatever you ask in prayer, you will receive if you have faith." Matthew 7:7, "Ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and it will be opened to you." I love this one. Jeremiah 33:3, "Call to me and I will answer you and will tell you great and hidden things that you have not known." Jeremiah 29:12 says, "Then you will call upon me and come and pray to me and I will hear you." So it's not that God doesn't hear us or he's not answering us. It could be that he's answering in a way that we're not expecting. It could be a few different ways. First off, it could be no. And that's hard. That is so hard to accept. Believe me, I understand. I fought his no's quite a bit in my life. But I encourage you first, be sure your prayer is aligned with God's will, with his written word. He's not going to go against himself. And second, ask for his peace in his no. If you sense he may be saying no, yet it's still a strong desire, ask him to change your desire to align with his will, to give you his peace in the no. That peace that goes beyond really understanding, and truly surrender your desire to him. This isn't often a one and done prayer. Sometimes it takes persevering to truly surrender to his will, to get clarity on his will versus your will. And in the end, it's his will that you want. It could also be that he's saying, not yet. And, this brings about its own challenges because it could be that the timing overall isn't right, or the circumstance isn't right, or maybe you're not ready for it. God cares more about you than you can ever comprehend. So he is not going to give you something that's going to hurt you or destroy you simply because you want it. Look, my son's been wanting to drive since he was 12. I am not giving him the keys to my car until one, he's of legal age, and two, he has some training. He's prepared. Why? Because he could hurt himself. He could kill himself or someone else. Now, we see this principle of not yet acted out in Deuteronomy 7, where God is answering the Israelites' prayers about conquering their enemies. But what he's doing is he's telling them, I'm not going to bring the victory all at once. I'm not going to drive out all your enemies at once because the wild animals will be too many for you to handle on your own and you're going to die. So the answer is yes, I am going to bring this victory, but not yet because you could get hurt in it. You also want to really ask the Lord, okay, am I ready for what I'm praying for? And this is going to take you humbling yourself to hear the truth, to hear his answer, because we often think more highly of ourselves than we ought to. We think we are ready for things that we are not ready for. But God knows. Allow God time to build up your foundation so you can hold the weight of His promises. Now, if you notice in all of these different possibilities, there's a common thread, and that is seeking God for more. Seeking God for more clarity, more peace, more character, more of Him. And it's in this continual seeking that our relationship is developed with the Lord. The more you seek, the more you'll find. You want to quickly recognize the voice of God? Talk to Him more. Listen more. Develop that muscle of persevering in prayer. Jesus tells us very plainly in Matthew 7:7-8, and I like the New Living Translation for this verse, because it says, keep on asking and you will receive what you ask for. Keep on seeking and you will find. Keep on knocking and the door will be open to you. Keep on. Persevere. Your answers, His promises, they're all there waiting to be found. Thank you for listening to today's podcast. I hope you walked away a little stronger in your faith and freer in your mind. You are so loved. If you liked this episode, share it with a friend. Leave your ratings and reviews, and engage with me on social media. I'd love to hear from you.